Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a very, very valid petition that the election law needs to be amended so that to allow only voters of a particular county to be nominated to the county assembly. But that should not stop at the voters. It should also be a resident of that particular county. Mr. Speaker, whereas I support this, but I also want to say that political parties use nomination as a reward for those who have worked for the parties. And I want to encourage Kenyans to belong to political parties, to participate in that political party, to work for that political party, because we have scenarios where political parties get fewer slots of nomination and they have so many people to reward. That is why they end up nominating people who are not from those counties. So we want to encourage Kenyans wherever you are. Please don't start identifying with a party during an election period only. Start participating in the political party process even before election or even after election, so that you earn that nomination. You will not earn a nomination by virtue of just being a resident or a voter in an area. You must actively participate in the running and the working of that political party so that you can earn that. But Mr. Speaker, even as we talk about amending the law, I think it's important for us as Parliament to start thinking about whichever reforms we want to do in the electoral area as early as this, so that we stop this idea of hurriedly amending election laws just towards the election. We need to start this early, and we are happy that the bipartisan dialogue, it is engaging in this process so that to identify which areas of the law we need to amend. And one area I want to recommend, Mr. Speaker, is on the issue of allocation of nomination slots. We have left this to IEBC. In this year's election, if you look at the formula that was used to allocate slots to political parties, that formula, it is an administrative formula by IEBC, it is not in law. We need to put it in law so that we are very clear on the formula that is used to award UDA or ODM the slot. Because if you look at that formula, Mr. Speaker, I know of a party that got only 2 slots in a county and ended up getting 2 nominations. And yet another party got 10 slots and got only 3 slots, Mr. Speaker. So I think as we talk about this, let us also talk about the formula of allocating the slots to political parties, so that that formula should be fair to all political parties. Mr. Speaker, I support this petition.
Senator Tobiko.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support that petition. Mr. Speaker, we have seen a lot of things happening at political parties. And Mr. Speaker, it is very interesting that, as Senator Wambua said, that you find the bigger political parties nominating people from different areas in other counties, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you find a place like Kajiado, just because of its proximity to Nairobi, every Tom, Dick and Harry is now dumped in Kajiado, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's not fair that there were people in Kajiado who